Hi, and welcome back into Red Empress Tarot. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Patty, and I'm here to read you a mirror message. That's a he said, she said spread between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, looking at their current lives. We end that up with some charms and some channeled messages from your person. I'm going to be doing something new in my videos, and I'm so excited about it. It's a download that I got at like 3 a.m. the other night. Why do downloads come at 3 a.m.? I don't understand. Spirit knows I like to sleep. However, I get it when I get it. So I'm going to be doing some one-on-one, really more personal card pulls at the end of each reading that I do. So I'll be pulling a card and I'll get a channeled message to go with that. And that's going to be for someone specific or a very small group of people watching the video. So if you got a message like that and it super resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know that that is something that really hit home for you. Okay? If you could please take that time to tap in real quick, make sure you're only internalizing messages that are for you. Don't make something fit your story if it doesn't. Okay? If you could hit that thumbs up on the video, if you like it, that's wonderful. It's really helpful and it gets that video out on YouTube to the people that need it. We both know that we need that guidance sometimes. It's really helpful. Channeled messages like this, they bring us clarity, and clarity is power to keep going in the right direction. And we just need to stick together in keeping going in the right direction. Okay? If you hit that subscribe and the all, you'll get all the videos right as they come out. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your mirror message. Okay, let's get into this reading. I've lit a candle to help tap into spirit. I've saged the space. I've grounded and protected. Thank you, angels, ancestors, protectors, spirit guides, higher spirit, for being with me here today and always. I am so appreciative. Help me read for this Twin Flame Collective. Let all the messages that come out be for the highest good of the watcher and all involved. Please bring only clear and accurate messages. Let's look at, in this mirror message, the Divine Masculine's headspace. Starting with Divine Masculine's headspace for those that this reading will resonate for. What's in the Divine Masculine's headspace right now? Where's his head at? Please tell me. We've got the Lovers, and the Cat Tarot is a little bit confusing, so hold on. It's the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Lovers and the Six of Cups in Divine Masculine's headspace. What's in Divine Masculine's heart space right now? What is in Divine Masculine's heart space right now, currently, as the watcher is watching this video? Too many. What is in the Divine Masculine's heart space? Divine Masculine's heart space. Oh. It's always interesting when one flips back and then goes back into the deck. I didn't see what it was. Divine Masculine's heart space. What is in Divine Masculine's heart space? Wow. There's one that went on the floor. Let's see what that is. The Moon. That's interesting. Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Tell me about the Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. What are we looking at? One of the really good ways, if you're kind of new to tapping into your intuition, which I know that we're all doing before we're watching collective readings, that way we're really only taking our own messages, is to look at your space. So if you're the Divine Masculine, look at your space. If you're the Divine Feminine, look at your space and see if it resonates for you. If that resonates for you, then the other side probably does too. And that's a good way to kind of begin to tap into your intuition. Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Cups. Okay? Nice. Okay, I'm going to move those over just a little bit. So we have room for Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine's headspace as the watcher is watching this video. What is the Divine Feminine's... Cards are going everywhere. What is the Divine Feminine's headspace as the watcher is watching this video? Divine Feminine's headspace. What's going on with Divine Femme? Where's her head at? Too many cards. Wow, there's a lot in her head. I keep getting like 8 or 10 cards flipping. We only want 1 or 2. 2 of Wands, passionate choice. Okay. Divine Feminine's heart space as the watcher's watching this video. What is in the Divine Feminine's heart space for those that this will resonate for? It's in Divine Feminine's heart space. Yeah, I can see why there's a lot on her mind. You're making a big decisions. We feminines tend to overthink things. Most of us do. And not all of us, can't generalize that much, but I know I do. Okay. And I know a lot of them that do. Divine Feminine's heart space as the watcher is watching this video. Please, Spirit, reveal to me the Divine Feminine's heart space. What's going on in her heart? There's 3. The Magician, Temperance, and the 8 of Wands. Okay. And Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days for those that this reading will resonate for. Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. What's Divine Femme thinking of doing? What's she actually going to do? Not just whether it's in her head or her heart, but her actions. Divine Feminine's possible actions. Too many. The right card is going to come out. It's going to come out. Okay. I feel like this is it. It's like half the deck there. Ace of Swords. I think there's something relating to communication. I'll just remember that. So, 3 of Swords. Some kind of challenge, some kind of heart challenge. Okay, we're going to pull clarifiers. And the bottom of the deck energy here is the 8 of Swords. So it's that bound up, kind of stuck feeling. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And, I'm going to clarify with the Halloween tarot, because it's almost Halloween when I'm reading this. My daughter actually gifted me this tarot deck from where she works. It's actually supposed to be a tarot deck for someone that is dressing up for Halloween as a tarot reader. And she thought that was funny. So I'm like, okay, I love it. And it's all Halloween themed, so let's go for it. I'm going to use it. Okay, so clarify for me Divine Masculine's headspace, this Lovers and 6 of Cups. Clarify the Lovers here for me. That's our main card. Clarify the Lovers for me. Why is the Lovers here in Divine Masculine's headspace? It's the King of Pentacles. Okay? And then the Moon. I'm really curious about this one. Why is the Moon in Divine Masculine's heart space? What is hidden? 10 of Cups? That's an interesting 10 of Cups, too. I'll show them all closer in a minute here. One more, I think, to clarify Divine Masculine's heart space. We've got the 10 of Cups and the Moon. Clarify that Moon a little bit more. Clarify that Moon just a little bit more. These Halloween cards are a trip. I like monsters and goblins and stuff. Got a leprechaun down here. Strength. Okay. Good. Clarify for me the Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got the 4 of Wands. And already clarified by the 9 of Cups. So what's this 4 of Wands? Wow, that was fast. That's 3 cards. 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups and Eight of Cups. Okay, take that. Clarify for me this Two of Wands in the Divine Feminine's headspace. What is this choice in her head? Like, what's she thinking? What's this choice she's thinking about? Clarify this choice that Divine Feminine is thinking about. Four of Cups. Some kind of disappointment, like sadness. What else? Oh yeah, definitely more clarifiers on that. Two of Cups. Okay. She's like disappointed about union, so she's thinking about making a choice. We'll get into that more. I've got more that fell on the floor here though. Hold on. I need a wider table. I was dropping my cards. And then we have Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Clarify. And we got these together. So we've got the Magician, Temperance, and the Eight of Wands. Clarify the Magician for me, please. Clarify the Magician. Divine Femmes, heart space. The Ten of Wands. We got the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. It's like a little bit of progression. Okay. And then clarify the Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Right now we have the Three of Swords. That's not a very good feeling energy. Divine Feminine, what's going on with you? Possible actions in the next 30 days of the Divine Feminine. Possible actions in the next 30 days of the Divine Feminine. These cards don't shuffle very well. Okay. The Nine of Swords. Okay. She's up in her head about some heartbreak. So what's that got to do with her actions? Clarify again. Clarify these actions. Clarify this Three of Swords. I need more information on that. Clarify this Three of Swords and Divine Feminine's possible actions. Three of Cups. Oh, okay. 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 And bottom of the deck energy is the Three of Swords. It's an alien. So we got Three of Swords twice. So we've got an overall energy, and then we've got Divine Feminine's possible actions. That's interesting. Okay. Put that aside. I am going to grab some clarifiers from the Island Time Wellness deck. I just want a little bit more information. So clarify this Lover's card, please, for me. Clarify the Lover's card and Divine Masculine's headspace. So Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are not matching up very well right now. I think that there is a lot hidden in, well, we'll go into it, but hidden from her, and it's getting to her. That's what I'm getting. Clarify the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers here in Divine Masculine's headspace. We need to know. Too many cards. It's like 6 cards. Soulmates was on top of that pile though. I feel like the Divine Masculine's like really coming into understanding the connection, and like he's coming closer to Divine Feminine, but she doesn't know it. Okay. I dropped these two on the floor. We've got the Runner. And we've got Lightning. And I'll read those when we get to the pile. Okay, clarify the Moon here. What's hidden in Divine Masculine's heart space? What's hidden? We've got Strength. And we've got 10 of Cups so far. So, like, Divine Masculine's really understanding that Divine Feminine is his 10 of Cups. Like, his total happiness. But he's having the strength to keep that hidden from Divine Feminine right now for some reason. So, like, why is it hidden? Or what's hidden? Tell me more about this Moon, please. Oh, and I've never gotten this one before. Oh, and there's one hidden underneath it, too. Okay. Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. And then Girl Talk, which is this one, I really feel like it's about moving on from something. So, okay. Clarify for me. Clarify this Four of Wands, the celebration energy. It's usually celebration of a union, but a little different in this card though. Still good, but a little different. Clarify the Four of Wands here in the Cat Tarot. What's this about, Spirit? What's this about? Four of Wands. Mask. Okay. And then clarify this. There's a Two of Wands. This like popped out right away. Twin flames popped out. So definitely a twin flame connection. Of course, that's what we're reading for. So that's just nice confirmation. Clarify the Magician. Why is the Magician here? Why is the Magician here? What's the Magician here in Divine Feminine's heart space? Why is the Magician in Divine Feminine's heart space? What's up with that? Whoa. Okay. But I always take oracle cards upright unless the deck is really meant to be taken both ways. So the Magician, we've got the Phoenix, and then we've got karmic relationship. Okay. I was feeling some kind of karmic in this reading earlier, and I didn't say anything about it yet, so we'll get into that. But there is definitely something going on with a karmic partner on one side or the other in this particular collective. Okay. And let's definitely get a clarifier for that. Oh, popped right off the top of the deck. The Grim Reaper. Clarifying the Three of Swords. The relationship is over, no second chances. Grow and transform your life. Okay. Divine Feminine's in a funky space right now. We know that twin flame connections are not just over. I'm going to get another one for that because I feel like I want to clarify the Grim Reaper particularly. I think it's just like a mental energy that Divine Feminine is in right now. I think there's been so much hidden from her. She's just feeling at a loss in the connection. That can really happen. Okay. Okay, that flipped out and back, so that's not it. Clarify this Three of Swords in Divine Feminine's possible actions. We've got talking, interested, conversing more, awaiting messages. Oh, okay. She's in that waiting game and it's getting hard. Okay, so let's just take them one group at a time. So Divine Masculine's headspace. We've got the Lovers and the Six of Cups. So the Lovers, clearly it's about union. It's about that happiness with your ultimate person. Divine Masculine knows that Divine Feminine is his person now. He's really feeling this close energy to her, like he's drawing closer in his mind, right? In his head, he's getting it. It's coming. He's understanding it in his head. And then the Six of Cups. Hold on, I'm trying to get what I'm getting from this because it's not traditional. I feel like this particular, I'm sorry, like I'm getting this message and I'm trying to understand. I feel like the Six of Cups is really it's about like togetherness. Like, okay, so look at the Lovers card here. And you see these two cats, they are literally intertwined. And here you have, you know, the older cat and the younger cat here. I feel like there's this energy of the Divine Masculine in their heart space feeling just a little less mature than the Divine Feminine. I'm really feeling like the Divine Feminine is this grown cat over here, and then the Divine Masculine is in this cup and having kind of made a mess. And I think Divine Masculine knows that they've made a mess of the heart space for the Divine Feminine, and they're feeling a little sheepish, a little young, a little immature. But they want this now. They know what they want. You know, the Divine Masculine, in his head, he knows that, okay, I acted immaturely, you know, with my Divine Feminine, but I really want to go back and get back to this place of just intertwined with my divine counterpart. And then clarifying that, we've got the King of Pentacles. So the little leprechaun, he's funny. Well, the King of Pentacles is all about becoming stable, just stable, stable in your head, stable in your heart, stable with your money, stable with your foundations. And so Divine Masculine, in his head, he's feeling more stable. I think that, you know, when he was with Divine Feminine before, he felt immature. He didn't feel very stable. But I feel like he's coming into that energy now. I feel like he's coming into this stability. You know, he was the runner in this connection. I think he had a fear of intimacy. I think that this closeness that he had, this letting someone in, you know, because when you're intertwined with someone, you're letting them into your headspace, your heart space, your world, right? And this freaked him out. He ran from it. He had this fear of this intimacy that you see in the Lover's card here. But I really feel like he's knowing that God, you know, I wanted that. You know, I was afraid of it because I've never experienced this level of intimacy before. You know, twin flames, we are so cut out for each other that we can get closer than anyone else can. But it freaked him out, and he was so afraid of that he ran. You know, it was an immature thing to do, to take off like that. He's really feeling that immaturity in love, right? He doesn't want to be the runner anymore. He's coming into his King of Pentacles energy. He's becoming stable in his heart, in his mind, in every facet of his life, to bring his Divine Feminine back in. And lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. I really feel like something recently happened in this Divine Masculine's life for the collective that this resonates for. Something just recently, like a tower moment. Lightning is like a tower moment, right? That causes a sudden change. It shook up Divine Masculine's world and made him understand. And I'm getting karmic partner. There's something with a karmic partner, and I believe it's a romantic karmic partner. I'm just going to go ahead and go there. It isn't always, but on this one, I'm really feeling it. I just got that. This energy is all over this reading. Something happened with a karmic partner with this Divine Masculine that shook his world, his foundations, right? Brought his tower down, and now in the rubble of that happening, he's really coming into his own. He's like building his foundation up into something stable and solid, and becoming the king that he needs to be for a divine connection. You know, when you get into a karmic relationship, often you build your foundation on something really shaky. Like it's a foundation of sand. You know, you're building a sand castle, basically. And what happens to a sand castle? The first test is that the tide comes in and washes it away, and there's nothing left of that sandcastle. The next day you will never know it existed, right? Unless you built it up really strong, you've put a lot into it. Maybe it lasts 2 days, 3 days. It's not a lasting foundation. You know, he's building his foundations back up again. But something happened to tear it down. The tide came in for this Divine Masculine and washed away his sandcastle. That's what's going on in his headspace. And now he's understanding that this kind of intimacy that he had with the Divine Feminine, he could never have with this karmic partner. It just would never happen that way. And he wants it. In his head, he knows he wants it. And then in his heart space, you've got the Moon. He's been hiding so much from the Divine Feminine. Like all of these emotions that he's had, all of these things that he's been going through with the karmic, I think he's been trying to hide his life from the Divine Feminine, not letting her see what is going on for him. You know, we've got clarifiers here, strength. It takes a lot of strength to hide so much from someone you love that much, right? To even hide your love at all, to hide that you love them at all. This is a divine masculine that's in complete separation with the divine feminine that left them on their ear, right? And it's taken a lot of strength to keep it that way. I don't think he wanted to keep it that way. But he made a decision, and he's stubborn, and he kept with it. He used all of his strength to keep this decision. And the Ten of Cups, I mean, he knows who his Ten of Cups is. This is what he's hiding. He's hiding from the divine feminine, that he knows that she's his Ten of Cups. I mean, like, this monster is hilarious, right? You've got this, and it's, look, okay, this is very interesting. So look at this particular Ten of Cups is this giant sea monster, and we know that water represents emotions. And there's this giant monster of emotions that he's had to have strength to hold back from the divine feminine. This is big. This is the divine masculine that is absolutely obsessed with divine feminine. Look at these emotions. Absolutely in love with her, and has been keeping it from her. And then we've got boat. Again, we're back with the water, with the emotions. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. He's moving on from this tower moment. You know, this karmic relationship that he was within, he's moving on from it. He knows it's not what he needs. He knows he wants to receive what he needs, and he knows what it is. It's divine feminine. It's not a karmic. And then we have girl talk, which I don't even really pay attention to the title there. It's time with friends, moving on. He's moving on. It's like, okay, I'm getting in touch with my feminine energy. I'm understanding that I don't have to be so stoic and strong all the time, and I'm moving on to what's going to make me happy. I'm moving on and receiving what I need. I'm progressing in my life. And then divine masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Cups. So the Four of Wands is all about a celebratory feeling. He's celebrating the end of this connection, and that sounds bad. You know, it's when we're in, let me relate this, okay? I was married for 16 years together with the same man for 18 years. He was a karmic partner for me, for sure. And it went on about 14 years longer than it should have, like a really long time. I'm a Capricorn and Scorpio mix and Taurus mix, and I am stubborn as hell. So I thought that I had made my bed and I needed to lie in it, right? So when the end of that connection came around for me, I felt free. I felt like I had a new lease on life, a second chance on life, and that's the energy I'm getting from this Four of Wands for the divine masculine. In the next month, he's celebrating his freedom, celebrating his new opportunity. And in the background, here's the divine masculine up here smelling the flowers, like, oh, you know, happiness. But there's divine feminine in the background on, you know, playing with the wands back here. Like, he knows that he's going to go that way. And it's just like he's feeling celebratory about it. And then, you know, the Nine of Cups, it's about looking over his life and seeing all the potential. Look at all of these cups that he's just ready to fill up with love, with his divine feminine. You know, you see the darker cat and the lighter cat here. That's the divine feminine, divine masculine. They're both in the card. You know, when you see the Nine of Cups, it's usually just one person sitting, you know, with their cups surrounding them. This one actually has both divine counterparts in the card. And it's showing the potential for the love. This is really beautiful. He's moving in the direction of divine feminine in a celebratory way. And the Five of Pentacles, he was in this out in the cold energy. He left divine feminine in this out in the cold energy. With the Five of Cups, what am I getting from this card? These are so different. I've never used this deck. Let me make sure that I'm getting the message I really want out of this card. This Five of Pentacles is definitely like left alone. And it's like the divine feminine, like this person is kind of doing a rain dance under the moon around a fire. Is kind of what I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong too, but it's just like the download that I'm getting is just like this. Masculine knows he left divine feminine out in the cold. And it's like the fire here is like manifesting the end of that. It's like bringing warmth to the cold. It's like masculine is ready, and he's like manifesting it. Like he's got his kind of a shaman outfit on, and he's just like pouring his energy into bringing warmth to that cold situation that he left the feminine in. And then with the Eight of Cups, he's walking away from what doesn't serve him. In fact, he's sailing away. Look at in this card, the divine masculine is a skeleton of himself. And within this karmic relationship, away from the divine feminine, he felt like just a shadow of himself, a skeleton of himself. But he's on his frickin' ship, and he's sailing away from that karmic relationship to his divine feminine. He's bringing her warmth from the cold. He wants to bring her out of the cold. With the Queen of Cups, he just sees her as the most beautiful. These monsters are hilarious. You know, they said that, you know, one look from Medusa could turn a man to stone if you looked her directly in the eye. I think he's maybe a little afraid to look her directly in the eye because, I mean, maybe that's why he's manifesting so hard, is because he knows he left her out in the cold. He knows he hurt her, and he doesn't want to get cut down, you know, turned to stone. He's got to take the mask off. You know, he's had this strength for so long, hiding his feelings, this big monster of feelings from her. You know, he's had to have the strength for so long, hiding these emotions, this terrible monster of emotions. And now he's a little bit afraid to come forward and get cut down, you know, turned to stone. He's got to take off the mask to do it. But in the next 30 days, I see this masculine doing this. It's like he's feeling so celebratory now, but then there's like a hesitation. There's like, oh, what if she's really mad? You know, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. That doesn't mean that divine feminine isn't going to give him a chance or listen, but she does have a right to be a little upset if he did some things that just were not for both of their highest good, and I think that that's what's happened here. So we're going to make a real division down here between divine masculine and divine feminine, because there's a very different energy going on here for divine feminine. Divine masculine is in this moving on, moving toward divine feminine energy. Divine feminine, all of this, just keep going back to the moon card. Everything in divine masculine's heart space has been completely hidden from divine feminine. She does not know any of this is going on. Absolutely doesn't know any of this is going on. She is at a place where she's so tired of the waiting. This waiting game. She's done her work. She's waited. She's been patient. And now she's just like, I'm tired of being toyed with, right? She feels like she's been toyed with. She's looking up at these toys like, I'm done, you know, I've got to make a decision. I've got to stop this waiting game energy. Clarifying that Two of Wands for divine feminine's headspace. We've got the Four of Cups. She's just felt so disappointed in this whole situation. She hasn't heard from him. She doesn't know that there's any progress being made, and she's just at the end of her frickin' rope. She's so tired of it. It just feels like it's dead. The connection feels dead to her. See this gravestone here at the Four of Cups. And then we got the Two of Cups. It's like she wanted her union so bad. She was so ready for it. She waited for it and she waited for it. But it didn't happen. And we've got the Queen of Swords. She's just ready to cut it off. She's just saying to herself, you know, I've been patient and I'm tired and I just want to move on with my life and be happy. I don't want to be in this waiting energy, and she's ready to just cut it the fuck off. The one thing that she's not taking into account, I think, in this sad energy is that it is a twin flame connection. Yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Her divine masculine is her ideal counterpart. such a hard place to be when you love someone that much and you feel like you've invested and had no return on your investment, and she can't see this going on over here. It's like she's ready to just throw her hands up with this connection and move on, maybe in a different direction. And you know what? I have to say, Divine Feminines out there, and I've said this in other videos and I'll continue to say it, there is nothing wrong with you going on if you're not seeing any progress. You know, we all have lessons to learn in our life, and you may have a karmic partner coming in to teach you something that you need for this union. You may have a soulmate coming in to salve your, feelings in this time. You've been patient, you've been kind, you've been giving, and you have not received anything back, and you're feeling like, will it ever happen? Or has this person abandoned me? Because she's feeling very abandoned. And, abandonment issues are a huge part of the twin flame journey, both on the divine masculine and on the divine feminine side. So it could be that this feeling of despair is coming from an abandonment issue that you need to work on, either individually or maybe with another partner. I'm not saying go out and just, jump into a relationship with anyone that you come across. What I'm saying is, if something comes at you and it feels right, there's no guilt to be had in going in a different direction, even if it's only temporarily. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. Maybe there's a lesson for you. Maybe it's just how you'll spend your life, and union isn't for the two of you. Everyone's journey is different. Maybe you'll start to get into a relationship, and that pull away will pull your masculine in and make him realize that he must step up because he's about to lose out. There are so many different scenarios there. Okay, let's look at Divine Feminine's heart space. We've got the Magician. She has been manifesting like a motherfucker. Sorry. But she has. She's been really manifesting this connection. Her head and her heart are warring. Her head logically knows it's like been so much time and I have heard nothing, and I don't know if it's ever going to come, and I don't want to waste my life just in a waiting game, because that's not healthy. That is not a healthy dynamic, and you can't come into union if you're doing things that are unhealthy anyway. In her heart space, she's still trying to manifest him. She's still trying to manifest her divine masculine. And Temperance, this manifesting is actually divinely guided. In her head, she can give up. In her heart, she can never give up. In her heart, let me say that again. Divine Feminine, in your head, you can give up. But your heart will never let you give up on your twin flame. Okay? It's divinely guided that you continue to try and manifest this connection. And then we've got the Eight of Wands, and she's thrown all her passion into this. She's really, look at this cat just like leaping out, like she hasn't held back. She has given it her all. She has thrown her heart, her passion, her soul into trying to manifest this connection. And it's what the divine wants. It's what's meant. Clarifying those, we have the Ten of Wands. It's that heavy burden of carrying this alone. She's been carrying this alone. She doesn't even have people to talk to about it. How hard is that, to have this huge burden on your heart and your mind and your soul, and have your counterpart excluded from you during that process, and to have this heavy burden? And you know what people don't always understand with the Ten of Wands, with that heavy burden of carrying it alone, it's part of your soul lesson to learn that you can, that you are capable, that you are divinely capable. You can carry it on your own. It is not comfortable. It's not fun. You feel like you're going to break sometimes from the pressure. Maybe sometimes you do, but then you pull your pieces back together and you keep walking. part of your soul lesson here is to learn that you are the dragon. Whatever they throw at you, whatever they make you carry, is for your highest good. It's to learn that you have this power, this strength. Until you get to the point where you're like, don't mess with me. I can do anything. Then we've got karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons. This is really tough, Divine Femmes. This is your heart space. Knowing that karmic has been with your person is hell. Even though we know on a logical level, remember this is heart space, not head space. They are very different. In head space, we can logically know that the karmic partner is healthy for the relationship because some of the lessons we have to learn with a karmic partner, we can't learn them with our divine counterpart. If we have some major healing to do, some major triggers, we can't always be the ones to actually trigger each other. Sometimes we need that karmic counterpart to do that. But in our heart space, knowing that our counterpart is with someone else, it can really feel like your divine masculine is giving your life to someone else, your love to someone else. It's really, really hard. It's really, really painful. But again, it's a trigger for you to deal with that situation, to understand your self-worth, to live in self-love, to learn that you don't need to be jealous of this person because they can never be you. Even if they're with your counterpart, they're not you. And your divine masculine is not going to be fulfilled in a truly karmic relationship. We can be fulfilled in a soulmate relationship, but that's not what we're talking about here. This collective, this is definitely a karmic partner the divine masculine has. Letting go and loving yourself, okay? Part of the lesson of the divine masculine having this karmic is for the divine feminine. To learn that she's not less, that she is enough, that another person cannot take her place, even if they are with the person that you love. No one is you, and that's your power. Also clarifying the heart space is the Phoenix. And the Phoenix is very personal to me. It's something that I resonate with really strongly, and actually a lot of divine counterparts resonate with the Phoenix because it's about a new phase in your life. It's about renewal and transformation and growth. In Divine Feminine's heart space, she knows that there needs to be a transformation. She knows that she needs to get out of this energy in her head space, this defeatist energy. That's where she's at right now, and I don't blame her. It's hard. Her heart is a lot stronger than her head right now. Her heart knows that there's a transformation going. It's like, our divine counterparts, we're connected in the 5D. Even if you don't see it or feel it in the 3D, which, is right here where we're sitting right now, in the 5D where we're connected, we know. Divine Feminine knows in her heart space, in the 5D, that there is movement, there is transformation, that this relationship can rise like the phoenix out of the ashes and become something beautiful again. Maybe more beautiful than it was before. Very possibly more beautiful than it was before. Okay, let's look at Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got this 3 of Swords, and I really had to look at this when it came out because I'm like, okay, heartbreak, pain. See, this cat is just munching on the heart, just like it's being rent asunder. It's almost like she's within her mind is going back into this heartbreak energy from the beginning. We go through cycles in this twin flame connection where we go through separation and it's super painful and it's really hard to get over, but then we get over it a little bit. Like, I'm not saying all the way, but we learn and we grow and we expand and we understand the journey and we understand that things are turning around, and we watch readings and we pay attention to our counterpart in any way that we can, and we become hopeful. We become hopeful, right? But then at a certain point in the journey, if things stay hidden from us, if our counterpart keeps things hidden from us, and we can't see the progression, we can't see movement, it's like we fall back down into the heartbreak again. It's like, how much can my heart take? How much can my heart take? And it's like she's ready to drop back into this Three of Swords energy. And then clarifying that, we've got the Nine of Swords. That's just anxiety. She's just in anxiety about this. She's really up in her head about this. Three of Cups. This karmic relationship's getting to her. I think that she's feeling jealous. I think that she's feeling defeated by the karmic is what I'm really getting. I mean, look at this woman here. This is the karmic in this card, and she's happy. And she's brewing up this. It's almost like the karmic is a witch. This is what Divine Feminine's feeling right now. It's like this karmic. If this isn't gonna end, if this is gonna continue, if she's gonna basically win life with my Divine Masculine, I'm just gonna live with a broken heart. Is what she's saying. And then we have talking. Conversing more, awaiting messages. She's awaiting the arrival, a text, a call, an email. She's just like waiting, like literally by the phone all the time for a message. Looking at, Facebook, looking at Instagram, looking at her texts, looking at her email. Where could a message come from? She wants it so much. And if it doesn't come, it's like this heartbreak energy. She's going to fall back into maybe a depression. Is what it's looking like. And then the Grim Reaper. She's feeling like the relationship is over. She's feeling like she needs to grow and transform her life in a different direction. It's really a painful energy for Divine Feminine right now. I think she's really feeling like she's going to drop back into that initial heartbreak when the connection first went into separation. And the overall energy, we have the Three of Swords, again, heartbreak. And we had the Eight of Swords, that feeling stuck, tight, not able to move. She just feels like this connection isn't able to move. But what she doesn't understand is what's happening over here. Divine Masculine is moving. He is growing. He is coming towards her. She just can't see it. And, this hidden energy is not always the best thing. Divine Masculines often think they have to protect the Divine Feminine from everything that's going on from their side. They don't want them to see it. They don't want to look less than perfect. They don't want the Divine Feminine to see the mess that their life has been, right? It's like this mask thing, I've been having to wear this mask and have all this strength to keep it all hidden. What Divine Masculine doesn't understand in doing this, in keeping everything hidden and wearing that mask, he thinks he's being so strong, but it's really throwing the Divine Feminine into this incredible turmoil, because how long can you keep up the brave face when you're missing your person and you don't know that they're coming back and think that they may never? So this really puts the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine at odds here in this reading for whoever this resonates for. Okay. All right, so we can see what's going on. Let's get some charms and some messages. I want to really see what those say right now. I'm very curious. This is kind of a heavy reading this time. Usually it's a Divine Masculine that's in a lot of turmoil. He looks really good right now this week. Divine Feminine is having a really hard time. And I can relate. I've been in this place. It's tough to miss someone that much and to not know what's going on or if they're ever coming back. It really does, especially when you're in no communication. when you have zero idea of what's happening on the other side. If you're blocked, if you're, you know, or if you're just staying away out of pride or whatever it is, it's really hard. Okay, let's get some charms. Let me grab my charm board. To excuse my charm board there, I've got sage lint all over it from when I saged. Okay, let's see what we get here. This does not look like very many charms. It doesn't. But there's like more than 300 charms in there in that little container. I like to pull them from the bottom after I've mixed them really well. Got the olive branch again. We got that last time. Some of these I've never had before. I feel one more. What is it? Okay. Okay, got it. Set those aside. Okay, let's look at what we have here. This takes me just a second to look at them. Uh-huh. Yeah. This one is a robot. Cute. I got a robot and an alien. This is very much Divine Masculine's read here. Let's see here. Okay, we got a guitar. Pain. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure out what this is. It looks like what's up like a pencil or a crayon, something to write with. Okay. So we got this, we got this one, we got this one, we got this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with the crab here. The crab, when I get this, it indicates to me something painful, being pinched. Like Divine Feminine has really been feeling the pinch of this separation and no communication. It's been really painful. With the ice cream cone here, I feel like she feels like time ticking away, like it's melting, like the possibility, like every day that goes by, every week, every month that goes by, when there's no communication and they're not together, she feels like her chances of this relationship coming back together are diminishing. It's like melting just in her hands. She's felt really robotic in how she's going through her life right now. She's really not in the best high vibrational place. This Divine Feminine has just feel like she feels like she's been going through the motions just robotically. She really is needing this olive branch from the Divine Masculine. She's really feeling the need, the pinch of needing to hear that he's still there, that he understands who she is. She's really feeling that need for communication. It's hard. She needs that gift. Communication is a gift. Divine Masculine might not understand that, but it really is. Even if it's small, you don't have to come forward with everything. You don't have to come forward with the big apology and the big explanation. Literally, on the way to getting to that point, you can come forward and just say, hey, I'm here. I'm working on it. I care about you. You don't have to use the L word. Just let your Divine Feminine know. This is for some Divine Masculine out there. It would be a really good thing at this point in the journey to let her know that you're still there. Give her proof. You know, we have to go on blind faith, and, you know, that's part of the lesson, is to learn faith in the divine. But we can give it a little nudge sometimes. And I'm saying that that might be a healthy thing to do. Everyone knows their own situation. Divine Feminine wants to believe. Her heart space, and when we looked at the difference between, okay, this is not coming up. The difference between, I'm not picking that one up. It's a little alien in the ship, and it says, I want to believe, kind of like the X-Files. This Divine Feminine, she wants to believe. You know, her head space, she was giving up, and her heart space, she was still manifesting, still trying, never giving up. She understands the twin flame connection. She wants to believe, but she hasn't seen the work on it, you know, with this little wrench here. This is all about work being done. She can't see the work being done. It's like she's getting all kinds of, and this is something so common in twin flame connections or soul connections, is musical hits. Like you hear a song at just the right time, or the lyrics at just the right time of what you're thinking, and it reminds you of your person. It reminds you of that beautiful connection and the love that you share, right? Music is so powerful in getting to the heart of our emotions, getting really deep into our feelings, and just blowing you over, you know. And this happens to Divine Feminine a lot in her heart space. She hears the music and she believes. She wants to believe, you know, but she needs some communication. This pencil is about writing. She needs some kind of communication. She's feeling weak right now because of the lack of communication, because of the length of time. Okay, let's get some messages. Now, I am not saying that you need to go contact your person. I'm not giving that kind of advice. All I'm saying is this is how the counterparts are feeling right now. So only you know what's best for your connections and what's best for your counterpart. Because I know that as twin flames, we do. This one is never coming up. I think it's going to live on that board. That's fine. I think as divine counterparts, we really do want what's best for the other counterpart. We also have to balance that out with what's best for ourselves at this point in time. You know, if Divine Masculine were to be in the middle of Dark Night of the Soul, he doesn't really want to be reaching out to Divine Feminine because he'll probably just hurt her more. This Divine Masculine in this reading I'm feeling is in a different spot. I think he's coming out of that, and I think he's feeling better about that. He's making good choices and he's going in good directions. Let's get a message from the Message of Love Oracle cards from All Things Intuitive. I love these cards. They feel so good to shuffle. Is there a message in here for the watcher from their counterpart? True love. Okay. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. This is absolutely true love. Your counterpart wants you to know they love you in every way, unconditionally. Even though you can't see it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know, faith. Faith is such a big lesson. Learning that we need to learn to trust things that we can't see sometimes. We can't see spirit, but we got to learn to trust spirit. We can't see, you know, our angels and our guides. At least most of us can't. But we have to trust that they're there and they're working for us and they're on our side. And your counterpart is working for you. They're on your side. They love you. Let's get another one. Is there another message in this deck from the Watcher's counterpart? Obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. And honestly, I believe these might be on the Divine Feminine side. Judging by that reading, there's an abandonment issue that is happening in the Divine Feminine's head that she needs to deal with. I know that this journey is so hard and it's so easy to give up hope. And God, I've done it before, over and over, but my heart pulls me back. And I think your heart is pulling you back. work on the wounds. When something is really painful, it's a trigger. It's a trigger to learn to heal whatever is causing that. Even though it's the lack of communication that feels like the problem. And it is a problem, you know. Communication is really important, but, you know, masculine is on his journey. He might not be ready for that yet. But if it's this painful, Divine Feminine, if it's this painful, there's a block in there for you. There's something unhealed. Please, please take a good internal look at that and start unpacking it, right? It's baggage. We all have it. I am not minimalizing it in any way. I have it too. I've dealt with this. And I'll continue to deal with this because it was a really hard thing in my life. I've healed it. And then wounds creep back and you have to put a little more work into healing it again. Healing is not a one-time deal. I mean, a lot of it can be. You can really, really disperse it, but you're going to have to revisit more than once. So if this abandonment issue from your younger life or maybe from past life, who knows, is a block for you right now, please, please look at it. Okay. Let's look at Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Is there a message in here for the Watcher from their counterpart? Whoever this resonates for, is there a message here for the Watcher from their counterpart? And I'm not into the single card pulls. I'll do that in a minute here. I know that we talked about those individual single card pulls, and I'm going to do that. But I want to get some more messages from the collective first. Okay. Spirit of the Cross. Burden, hardship, lessons. Yep, we're still learning lessons. I know that it feels like that you've healed, but there is more to heal. And you know what? Healing is subjective, right? I mean, we all are going to have things to heal our whole lives. There will be things that happen that we need to heal from in the future that haven't even happened yet. Healing is an ongoing process, part of the human condition. Just because you've dealt with something already and feel like it's healed doesn't mean that you don't have to revisit it. And union, let's just say that you don't have to be 100% healed for union. It's impossible. We're none of us are ever 100% healed. It would never work. You need to be a specific amount of healed for it to work, for you to come into union, okay? Because you have to be able to work with each other. You have to be able to, when healing comes up, do it together. And in the beginning, there's too much. You can't do it together. But there comes a point when you're healed enough, where you're self-aware and in self-love, where you can do more lessons and more healing as a couple. Absolutely can happen, and absolutely does happen. So please don't think that your lessons are over because you've visited one thing one time. Sometimes you have to revisit. Okay. Okay. Let's get some individual messages now. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. I'm going to use my self-created decks. Okay, there's a watcher watching right now. Whenever you tune into it, it's for you. It doesn't have to be today that when it's being recorded. There's a watcher watching this video that needs a message from Spirit. Spirit, tell me, that's too many. Spirit, tell me something one of the watchers needs to know. Let's talk about an individual message for one person, maybe 2 or 3. Not more than that. Unless we end up having a huge collective, it could be more, but for right now, we're fairly small. Is there a message here for someone? I'm getting balanced. I hear you in the 5D. Oh my gosh. There's 4 that turned over, and I checked these before I started. Okay, someone out there, there's a channel message here. Your counterpart, you talk to them in the 5D. And what I mean by talking to them in the 5D, you talk to them in your head. You have little mini conversations, whether they're out loud or not, they hear you. Okay? They hear you. You're connected. Please don't think that they don't hear you. I'm getting balanced. This person who hears you in the 5D, they're getting balanced. They're coming into a better place. Please have faith. I'm getting the words, have faith in me. There's a song, Have a Little Faith in Me. That's playing in my head. Your counterpart, please, is begging you to have some faith. Don't give up. Don't give in. Okay? It's coming. It's coming. I want children with you. You either have children with them already, you both have children and you're going to combine families, or they want to actually have babies with you. If you are past childbearing age, it could just mean they want to build something beautiful, a beautiful family with you, however that means for you. They want that family with you. And they want your forgiveness so much. They're getting balanced so they can come in as that new and improved version of self and ask for your forgiveness. Please, when they come to you, have patience. Have faith. Listen. Okay, that message was for someone. Let's get another one. Is there a message for a watcher here, please? Is there a message for a watcher here, please? Now I'm hearing George Michael's faith, too. So this, for someone out there, faith is a watchword for you. I'm getting the word watchword. Faith is important to you, and it's for you if that's really resonating. Just so you know, faith is like the big thing with that one. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay. I am manifesting you back. Someone out there, your counterpart is really in that magician energy. We saw that going on in the Divine Feminine. This might be from a Divine Feminine. I'm manifesting you back. I mean, hardcore. This is not just, I'm hoping. This is, I'm putting my energy, I'm putting my spirit, I'm putting my soul into bringing you back into my life. I want to make you happy. I'm feeling real Divine Feminine energy in this one. This might be the watcher saying this to their counterpart. I'm not sure. I want to make you happy. This is like their goal in life, really. And they want you to make them happy too. This is about balance, right? I want to make you laugh. Yeah, this person is funny. This person like has a really wide smile, and they're known for like the big laughs. Like when they laugh with their whole body, with their whole heart, with their whole being, and they want you included in that. They want to make you laugh again. They used to make you laugh, and this is such an important thing for them. Again, they want you back. They want you to be happy, and they just want you laughing again together. Seeing, like, what am I seeing? I'm seeing a room full of people laughing, not just the two of you. Like, I think that for this little option here, it's like the two of you together bring such light and such joy and such lightness of spirit to everyone around them that it's infectious. That's for someone. Let's get one more. I'm going to get a different deck. I think this one. Okay, is there a message for someone watching this video? Is there a message for someone watching this video? And you know, not all the cards in here are positive. I've got so many of these little cards, hundreds. And there are all kinds of different messages in here. So if we get all positive ones, it's not because it's all that's in there. It's just what wants to come out. So let's see what comes out. What's the message for the next person watching this video? Yeah. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So for this person wants you to know, your counterpart wants you to know that they feel absolutely lost without you. It's like they don't know how to go through life without you. You are the yin to their yang, or the yang to their yin. They feel like they're missing literal part of themselves. You know, we all come here whole. We're all whole spirits. This person is feeling like literally lost the other half. They are missing you so badly. Knowing that they hurt you has hurt them so much more. It's like you are so connected on such a deep level that when they hurt you, it's like if they stab you once in the back, they stab themselves in the back 10 times. It hurts so much. Looking back, you know, at the time, they're running off adrenaline, or they're running off fear, or they're running off all kinds of crazy emotions when they start running, when they separate from you, right? Whoever is the runner. This could be female, male, it doesn't matter. But the runner, and you often stab your person in the back when you do that, not literally, but you cause them so much pain. And when you look back on your actions, the guilt and the shame that comes with that is pretty intense. So just know that your partner, they weren't blasé about it. Your counterpart, they weren't blasé about it. They weren't just, who cares? Looking back, it's killing them. Their self-esteem, because of what they did, is shot. And I think that they've received some karma here. This one in particular, I'm seeing them get really railroaded by a romantic karmic on this one. So whoever this one is for had a romantic karmic partner that really put them through the ringer, and that caused them to have this pain. Looking back, it's like what they did to you was done to them. It shot their self-esteem. They're having to work their way back from that. It's a challenge. So this one in particular is done with a karmic partner, or about done with a karmic partner. Don't expect them to run back to you the next day or week, because it's going to take time to build back their self-esteem to come to you. It's going to be a humbling experience to come to you and say they're sorry. That's that one. Okay, I feel that has been the reading. Please take that moment to hit that thumbs up. Send this video out into the YouTube universe so more twin flames out there can get the guidance if they need it. Maybe one of these messages for someone that hasn't seen a video yet. And so you could help facilitate that. I really appreciate that. Hit the subscribe and the all. Leave me some comments. I'd love to hear how this hit you, okay? And we will see you next time. We'll be back on Thursday with a pick a card reading. Take care.